Dad, look what I drew. Oh wow, Billy, that looks amazing. Well done.
Now draw it 2 times faster.
Can I turn the world's best roller coasters into cartoon characters? This is a video idea I'm absolutely buzzing for. A lot of you probably don't know, but outside of YouTube, I'm currently studying illustration at university, and it's one of my absolute favourite things to do. I absolutely love it to bits. And you know, it's kind of bleeding through my channel a little bit, I should hope, you know, with the animations and stuff, but I've never really been able to fully dedicate a video to my passion for art and just drawing in general until now. So yeah, I'm really excited, it's safe to say. So with this being a video that I'm really passionate about, I thought I'd make things a little bit interesting. Now I'm going to be splitting up each of my sketches into 3 different categories. Now the first sketch I'm going to do for each character will be 30 seconds, so it's a really kind of rapid sketch, just kind of trying to get the fundamentals down and seeing how much I can fit into that time. The second sketch I'm going to be doing is going to be a 1-minute sketch, so a little bit more time, but still fairly restrictive. And then the final sketch I'm going to do for each character will be 3 minutes long, which is obviously a decent amount of time to try and conjure up something that looks, you know, half acceptable. And to top it all off, I'm going to be relinquishing control over what rides I actually make these cartoon characters out of, as I'm going to be leaving it all up to a lucky wheel. So, with that being said, this could get interesting. Now before I get into the video, if you do go on to enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. I've got some really fun videos coming up for you guys. If you're a theme park enthusiast, or even if you're just interested in the industry as a general, I'm sure there'll be some stuff on here that you guys will love and enjoy. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to lay a few more ground rules, if you will, before we actually get into like kind of the nitty gritty of the video. I'm not going to be using my drawing tablet. For those of you that don't know, most of the illustrations I make for my videos and my animations and stuff are all done on one of these here, which is a tablet. This is where I make all my thumbnails and where I do all the animating and all that kind of thing. I'm not going to be using that just to make it that little bit harder. I'm going to be using a traditional pad that I've got over here, my sketchbook, to draw these characters. So I've got my lucky wheel on the computer screen here on my monitor, and the names that I've loaded up into the actual kind of you know, wheel itself that could be potentially picked are going to be Velocicoaster, Nemesis, Taran, the Swarm, Voltron and Wicker Man. These are the kind of ones that I feel, you know, quite a few people will know them, as well as the fact that I think there's some cool ideas I could maybe do with the cartoon characters involving those rides. Okay, so let's not waste any more time, let's get spinning, if that's what people even say. It's definitely not what people say. So let's go. Right, let's have a look here, what we got. I'm hoping for something fairly easy on the off. Okay, the Swarm. I can take the Swarm. See, this is the kind of difficult part about a video like this, because I'm already thinking of stuff in my head. Like, I know I can do a Swarm cartoon character fairly easily, but am I going to be able to do it in 30 seconds? Probably not, and the fact that I haven't got my whizzy gadgets as well probably really doesn't help the case. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. Okay then, so I've got a fresh page in my sketchbook ready, and I've also got a timer on my phone just to make sure I know how much time I've got left. So yeah, I'm going to try and stay a little bit calm, plainly because I think if I panic too much, this is just going to go in a completely wrong direction. Not that it's not heading that way anyway, let's be honest. Okay then, right, so without further ado, let's let the disaster commence. Let's start the timer. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Right, so initially, kind of on this first sketch, I kind of want to get a basic, you know, shape of what I'm kind of attempting to draw. You know, it's not going to look very kind of fancy at all. Maybe I've got like this big kind of military man, maybe, you know, puffing his chest just a little bit on the floor here. Okay, 7 seconds. Okay, and that goes up there. Okay, yeah, and then maybe he's kind of, okay, hands off. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's not like obviously the best sketch ever. For 30 seconds, I've got a decent kind of idea where I want to take this sketch now. You know, he's kind of a pushing his shoulders out, kind of broad military man. You know, I think that kind of fits the vibe of the Swarm. So yeah, I'm happy with that first kind of sketch. Let's head into the 1 minute sketch now. Okay then, so I've once again got another clean sheet of paper ready to go. So let's get the 1 minute timer started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Right, okay, so this time around, I kind of want to do less of the skeleton and focus more on the actual kind of sketch itself. So I'll kind of want to start with a nice head there. Oh god, this is looking bad already. I don't like this at all. Maybe kind of some cylindrical kind of nature kind of bleeding through, bit of the waist. Okay, this isn't looking horrible, but I've only got 19 seconds left and it's already not looking kind of how I want it to look. Onto the side here, maybe some ears, some eyes, maybe like a tactical vest maybe, kind of getting a bit more of a... Oh, okay, right, that is actually embarrassing. That is absolutely horrific. I'm very much starting to regret. So this is currently what we have. He looks like he doesn't belong on planet Earth, which is kind of not exactly what I was going for. Okay, right, so now that we've kind of got this doodle bob looking kind of person here, let's see how we can fare when we're doing it with 2 minutes. Okay, so the 2 minute timer is now officially started. So this time around I want to kind of draw a bit more attention to some of the, you know, more unique kind of aspects, and then yeah, so this is kind of the main base skeleton once again. Now I kind of want to rub out a few different tidbits just to make sure that I can get some of these actual kind of ride relevant stuff within here. So let's kind of do the tactical vest a little bit. So let's kind of maybe get some eyes in just to kind of make him a little bit more kind of real. Obviously this again looks absolutely horrifying, but I'm doing my absolute hardest here. Maybe give him some sleeves. Oh my lord, you wouldn't think I'm studying illustration, would you? This looks absolutely horrifying already. Christ. Okay, alright, so 10 seconds left. What else could I do? I need to add a neck at the very least. Oh my god. Oh my god. What on earth is that thing? Oh, this is just embarrassing at this point. The things I've absolutely embarrassed myself doing on camera for you guys is absolutely substantial. I mean, the cookie video the other week, that went absolutely pig's eared. It's not exactly going to plan. So this is kind of... Oh, I'm really embarrassed to show. This is our finished swarm character. That I'm using very, very lightly because that thing looks like it still needs at least another century in the oven. But yeah, okay, I wouldn't say that's terrible for our first one. I'd rather it kind of come out looking bad than absolutely flawless. It makes for a lot more of a boring video when they come out perfect. So okay, so after that absolutely shocker of a performance, let's see which ride we get next. So I've had to switch my laptop round because obviously I'm drawing over there, so I didn't have enough space for this. So right, let's see what our next ride is going to be. Right, the wheel is spinning and it landed on... Ooh, okay, Bolt. Oh no. Oh, pictures fit to the post by Wicker Man. Right, okay. I'm actually very happy about that. I think Wicker Man itself as a ride, I think there's a lot of room for some very simplistic designs when it comes to cartoon characters, specifically, obviously, Big Bob himself. So I think this could be a little bit easier, but, you know, I said that about the first one, and then look what happened. So let's give it a go and see how we fare. Okay then, so Wicker Man. This is going to be an interesting one, I think. So there's kind of two different ways I'm thinking here. Obviously, Big Bob is the obvious answer, but which side of him, whether it's the more humanoid face or the, you know, the ram's head, I don't know. I'm just going to have to kind of try and feed it out. So yeah, without further ado, let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, right, so I kind of want to start off with, again, just the general kind of shapes. Just the kind of slender body, I think, on this one. Just to kind of accentuate maybe the arms and the legs. Done. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's actually a lot better. I think I've been able to communicate... oh, let's turn the alarm off. I think I've been able to communicate the actual ideas of you know, what I want to get onto the page a little bit better there. You know, I definitely think the ram's head's going to look a lot better than pretty much anything else I could possibly try with this. Okay, so with the 1 minute sketch, I kind of want to make a main focus on the ram's head itself, because I think that's kind of going to be something that's fairly easy to communicate. But yeah, let's just kind of see how it goes. I'm not making any promises. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so initially the kind of first thought is to get the head in once again and get the ram's horns in pretty much as pronto as possible. Right, there we go. Again, I'm not too sad with that. That could have been a lot worse. I mean, again, it looks a bit kind of shocking, but I definitely think this is kind of going a little bit better than you know, the other one that I did, which we will not talk about. Okay then, so the final sketch. This is going to be an interesting one, I think. There's a few kind of ideas I've actually got here that I think I could potentially do justice, but we'll kind of have to wait it out because, you know, the time definitely adds a little bit of extra pressure. I can't lie. It's a lot more difficult than I was expecting it to be. Obviously, when I'm doing my animation animations and stuff, I'm used to being able to kind of sit in there for, you know, hours on end, kind of meticulously designing these characters and making sure everything's kind of tickety-boo, if you will. And obviously this, I've got to try and rush to kind of figure everything out within a limited time window. So yeah, it's not exactly fun. For an experienced artist, this might be fairly easy, but obviously I'm still an amateur, so this is very much, you know, a reflection of that. Without further ado, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Okay, so 2 minutes. This I'm going to be a little bit more comfortable with because I kind of have a decent idea in my brain of how I kind of want this to pan out. Okay, so I'm not even past a minute yet, so this isn't actually going too badly. Splinters, if you will, on the outside. Okay, add that like that. That kind of adds a nice kind of segue to where the arms can kind of sit, I think. Because yeah, the arms are going to be the most difficult part. Okay, there we go. So I've kind of gone for some longer arms just to kind of give it a bit more character. You know, kind of having the wicker stuff, and then kind of adding the wicker patterns around the chest. Again, just really kind of quickly getting this down. Okay, so I've got a bit of downtime here. The difficulty is going to be the fact that the Big Bob doesn't really kind of have any legs from what we can normally see. So I've got to try and makeshift him some legs. Okay, so adding like that. Again, let's kind of add some kind of messy nature to it, just to kind of make it look a little bit more kind of Wicker Man. And then right at the end, okay, it's got 9 seconds. Let's add a few flames. And yeah, I think that actually looks not too bad. I'm happy with that. That's actually not too bad, considering, you know, that this is, again, was done in 2 minutes. I think that's a good basis for a Wicker Man character, personally. You know, I think that I don't think that's as bad as it possibly could have been. You know, I kind of managed to get the ram's head in. I kind of did something a little bit more stylized with the eyes. You know, and yeah, I'm happy with that. That's actually not too sad. I mean, that speaks volumes that I'm happy with that. You know. Yeah, that's kind of a reflection of how badly the last one went. Okay, so it's over. The nightmare is finally over. Honestly, that was a lot more embarrassing than I initially thought it was going to be. Again, I'm not exactly a very experienced artist in the slightest. You know, I make some funny animations, I suppose. I mean, even that's a tall order calling it funny for my videos and that. But obviously, doing something that kind of quickly and trying to make it as kind of detailed as possible is really, really tough. But I do think, like I said, I think I could do a lot of these designs justice if I had just a little bit more time to kind of flesh the stuff out. But other than that, I'm kind of happy how it kind of progressed. It kind of got a little bit better as it went on. So yeah, yeah. It's still not great though, is it? It's still not great. But at the end of the day, I hope it made for a good video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a bit more of an experimental video this week. Obviously, I did my haunted ghost stories from Alton Towers last week. If you haven't seen that already, definitely go and check that out. And I've got an even more exciting video that's coming up on Monday that I'm going to go and film. So yeah, that hopefully isn't going to involve any drawing, at least not in real time. That's going to be a little bit more of an involved video. So hopefully that's not as much a disaster as this. But yeah, without further ado, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. Although after that performance, I think that I wouldn't really blame you if you wanted to dislike it. But yeah, I absolutely love every single one of you guys that's sticking around. I've read so many lovely messages across the Instagram and also on YouTube as well. And so I'm really happy with how the channel's turning out, and I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying the content. So without further ado, guys, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.